All right, we're going to call the Public Safety Committee meeting to order, and Commissioner Maddox is going to lead us in a word prayer.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to come before you, Lord, tonight. I pray that you continue to watch over us, take care of us, be with our county. Lord, I pray that you be with those that lost loved ones. Lord, I pray that you be with Mayor Graham that lost his father. Lord, I pray that you be with the Graham family, touch them, give them peace, Lord, comfort them. Lord, I thank you for all your many blessings, and I pray that you would have us to do your will tonight for your glory, and thank you for your son who died on the cross for us, Lord. It's your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Next roll call, all members are present. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the August 19, 2025 Public Safety Committee minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second. Got a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have the public comment period. Hearing none, of course, you know, you can speak up at any time. Next to be on the report will be the animal control, and we do have that enclosed.
I don't have anything to add unless you guys have any questions.
Have any questions for animal control? Hearing none, thank you, Jason. Next be the sheriff's report.
Well, as you guys know, the sheriff is out and just had surgery, so keep him in your prayers. He's recovering fine, but you're stuck with me tonight. So, so just going over some of the numbers here. First of all, do you guys have the report in front of you? Okay. So I won't go over everything on here, but as you'll see, we did patrol a lot of miles in August, 83,000 miles. That's a pretty high number. You also look at the jail. Current and holding at this time anyway was 341 inmates. So the jail's filling up quickly. The numbers did go down over the last few days, closer to 300, but I noticed that it's starting to go back up again. So we definitely have a full house there. Outside of that, unless you have any questions on the numbers, I'll move on.
Just one question. I know we talked about it a little bit, but as far as the total number of citations, I noticed that it's gone up quite a bit. Is that because of driver behavior in the county, or the way that y'all report those numbers?
No, it's a combination of things. First of all, this is one of the biggest complaints we're having now with so many people in the county is driving complaints. I've been at the sheriff's office 25 years, and there was a time when the majority of people felt like the sheriff's department should stay away from traffic, let the troopers do the traffic. But that has changed. We get more complaints on traffic now than anything. So we put a little extra emphasis on that. At the same time, another factor there would be our THSO grant funding, which is traffic oriented. So we had more people that were out working during this time frame. So that's got something to do with that too. But we are having a significant increase in traffic issues in Bedford County.
Okay. Thank you, Deputy. I appreciate it.
Any further questions?
I'd like to make a comment. Nice show with when you reported the other day. I had a chance to listen to it and did a nice job on the new system we have. So
On the flock cameras?
the flock
Oh,
cameras.
thank you, ma'am. Yeah, and just to give you an update, and I really don't have an update. That is my update. They originally told us that the permits were sent to the state, or it's kind of in their hands right now. They anticipated at that time the September timeframe, maybe getting those permits back. I haven't heard anything. I'm going to call them this week and just touch base, see if they've heard anything. But other than that, I haven't heard anything on the date of installation on that yet. So.
Good job.
Got the DTF report. I don't know if y'all have this or not. I called Director George and had him send it to me because he typically sends it to the sheriff's email, and obviously I didn't have access to that, so he sent it to me about an hour ago. But during the month of August, they initiated 24 investigations in the 17th Judicial District, all of which were drug related. 29 defendants were identified, arrested or indicted, or are pending arrest or indictment. Multiple firearms, vehicles, and illegal drug proceeds were seized from the defendants. That included 6,720 grams of marijuana, 55 grams of crystal meth, 252 grams of cocaine powder, and 9 grams of crack cocaine, as well as 9 grams of fentanyl. We have seen an increase, and it's not just Bedford County, statewide. Crack is back, I guess you could say. For a long time, we didn't really see a lot of crack and powder cocaine, but that seems to be on the rise. Sometimes when you see a rise in a particular drug, you'll see a decrease in another, where it's kind of replacing a gap, and there may be laws that were passed that kind of creates that vacuum. Spoke with Director George about that. This is just in addition to. I asked just his personal opinion. He said he feels that it has to do with some people that maybe have been released from jail, served their sentences, and that's the game they know, and that's the one they're playing. So I don't really know what the definitive answer to that is, but it seems like statewide there is an increase in crack again. So we're seeing that a lot more now. Outside of that, he did mention in here that they're currently assisting the Tennessee Highway Patrol Criminal Investigations Division on a unlawful production and sale of fraudulent IDs and social security numbers. So that's the case that they're working with them right now, but nothing to report on that as of yet. Questions on that one?
Commissioner Yaki.
Yes. I will turn that over to Lieutenant Cook here in just a minute. And I don't know if he knows the numbers or not, but I'm sure that had a lot to do with it, yes. Yeah, there was a time when you wouldn't find a radar unit in a county patrol car. So, yeah, I agree with you. I did want to, I guess I'll go over real quick. In the courts, in our Judicial Services Division, they saw 4,687 visitors into the criminal or the Justice Center over the month of August, with 35 court sessions, 1,441 individual court cases. They took 17 people into custody for warrants or court-related charges, and transported 122 inmates from court holding to the jail. So they're busy as always. Court, every time you look out there, I looked out there one day this past week, and there was not a parking spot left. We were having to allow people to park over around the side where we typically park for our employees. They were parked in the grass. They were everywhere. So court has been extremely busy. Now that those numbers aren't on here, that's going to be a September number, but I'm interested to see what that looks like. And then the last thing I just wanted to go over, because we don't talk about it a lot, but just so you guys know, with our SROs, a lot of people feel like that the SROs are basically just in the schools for security. I also have them provide me a report every month just to keep track of what all they're doing. And I thought it would be interesting just to share it with you, and without getting into too many details, just giving you some total numbers. Just for the month of August, which, as you know, that school's just starting back, they did have 3 petitions or arrests, wrote 9 tobacco citations, took 15 reports, did 8 informal adjustments. And informal adjustments are basically where they will call in one of the judicial service officers from the juvenile courts. And it's kind of a sit-down meeting with the students that, hey, we're not going to charge you. There's enough here that we probably could, but we're going to have to get this action corrected, because we try not to charge unless we have to. So that's what an informal adjustment is. 160 parent contacts. And those parent contacts can be anything from your child got in trouble today to just calling the parent and just bragging on a child. I know one of our deputies, Deputy Hewitt, was telling me that he called a parent just this week to brag on a child for standing up for another child in a bullying situation. So those aren't always negative when you see those parent contacts. They also did 26 home visits just to check in on kids. Some of those they may have had a lot of absentee problems, just to make sure that they have transportation, they have what they need. 21 referrals to DCS because of concerns that they may have had, 477 opportunities that they had to mentor students. And that may be just sitting down at lunch with a student that they recognize just may need somebody to talk to. And a lot of those are students that actually come to our SROs and have a question, just want to talk through things. And then, of course, 31 classroom instruction times, and we've not even started our lead program yet, so that number is going to go up. So, our SROs a lot of times will go into the classrooms, maybe during a health class, and talk about vaping and, tobacco use or drugs or just whatever they can to just get that interaction with the kids. So they're definitely staying busy. They're not just door shakers. So I really want to brag on them and just kind of point out some of the things that they're doing. So.
Yeah, they do a great job.
The kid, do you track the special events that they work like?
So we have.
Stuff?
They did. Now I've got the numbers on here are going to be misleading because I have 61 sporting events. They didn't work 61 sporting events. That's 61 officers that attended sporting events during the month of August. And then they had 16 that we would just classify as extracurricular events where they may not be a sporting event, but for some reason we had an SRO there at that event after school hours. So yeah, they definitely stayed busy. 27 drills that they helped conduct throughout the month of August. So busy place.
Good deal. Any further questions? Commissioner Neely?
Yeah. Correct.
A little extra to fund a little extra training for our SROs. I know there's a big one they go to in the spring. They're all, I think, required to go. They're away from their families or whatever. And I don't think all their expenses are always reimbursed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
that one historically, the school system has helped us out with that one. I think the one you're
Okay.
talking about in June when they go to the
Yeah.
conference. However, that's about to change. Some of that funding has changed, and some of those funds may not be available anymore. So we're trying to figure out with the SROs, and this would apply also to the judicial services. All of our deputies are required to have 40 hours minimum of extra in-service every year. But whenever you have a job like an SRO or a judicial services, that's a specialized job where they have to have an additional 16 hours of training every year that just focuses on that particular job. So we accomplish that through, we do our own in-service every year in-house, but then like Commissioner Neely talked about, we send the SROs to the conference every year. Our judicial services officers will attend court security training. But yeah, when you've got 65 certified officers that have to have that much training, it gets really tight to try to make those funds stretch. And fortunately, we've got some really dedicated officers. I can't tell you how many of them have spent out of pocket just because there was something they wanted to attend, and we just didn't have the funds. Because a lot of these classes, not only do you have to pay the $500 for the class, but you have a hotel, you have travel, you have all of these things that are included. And, so we try to help where we can, but we can't always make that available for every officer that wants to do specialized training. So they spend a lot of their own money, but, that's typical for anybody in law enforcement. I'm sure the fire department, you just kind of get used to that. You spend your own money to get the equipment and training you need. So.
okay. Thank you. I just wanted to bring awareness to that because I think what the work they do is extremely important, and we need to make sure that they're highly trained to do those jobs.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other questions? The jail report?
Ronnie went home sick today, and so I guess you're stuck with me also. I didn't have time to get all the numbers together. It was last minute, but we took in $3,977 in sheriff's fees, $189 in comp fees, $14,749 from the phones, and $7,920 in housing. And I couldn't get access to his computer to get the number for the state inmates. Been running around 150,000 a month. Nothing has changed with that. It's still somewhere right around that. And just in case you're interested, we're right at about 4,500 pounds of vegetables out of our garden.
Yes.
So that's kind of all I got. Unless y'all have any questions for me.
Chris, would you explain the partnership between the inmates and the OPID money concerning and the dental clinic?
The dental plan?
Dental.
Yeah, so we've partnered with the community clinic, and Frida has agreed to see all of our inmates as long as they have funding to pay for that. A lot of that funding comes from the opioid abatement money. Forever, as long as I know, we have only offered dental services to people on a very limited basis. So if you have a tooth, it's infected, it's bad, they will pull that tooth, and that is literally all you get. So we got this opportunity to offer these services where they have other options available to them. Great program. I hope we can continue it out into the future. Our teeth, it's a big deal to people. It's a big deal to all of us. So I'm really proud of that program.
Well, to expand on that, first, through the OPID local money, the drug rescue, along with Frida, provided dental care for the MRT program.
Yeah.
But she's written another grant that opened up the door for the additional general population for dental. And that's a great asset. And did Bill leave? It was in the report. So she's adding the report in the report with the, and that's a great asset. We are very lucky to have dental care, McCary, and the program that she provides for the jail inmates as well as our local community. I wonder, and she's putting it in the report through the first group.
Yeah, I try to stay away from that as much as I can. It's a medical thing, and I let medical take care of it.
Yeah.
Because I got plenty of other stuff to worry about. So. But it is a great thing.
Any further questions?
Commissioner Yaki, I couldn't hear your question back there, but yes, ma'am. We were sending about 20 people a day out to the different work crews. I'm not involved in that side of it, so I don't think it's changed very much. We'll average, depending on the time of the year, between 18 and 30. Some of them fall off during the winter because they don't mow and stuff like that. But generally, like right now at our peak, we're probably up somewhere between 20 and 25.
Any further questions? Thank you. EMA?
I don't have anything to add to my report. However, I will talk about the back page where it talks about our cutover for tacking. You'll see on there it says the 8th. That did take place the 8th. We are now on tacking as our radio system. Now, I will tell you the 4th, you'll see it in there also, was a critical day because we have to actually take down our old system to do some power work and then bring that up. And we were not for sure that our old system would come back. So a tentative date could have been the 4th, but we went on the 8th of September. It's been a week. We have not had any issues, major issues with the radio system. I've heard nothing but good compliments from our public safety people. Actually, a month and a half before this, we had a meeting probably, well, Mark, Brian, he was there too. Somewhere, it seemed like every week, because we thought we were getting closer and closer and closer and working out issues that we were finding that we needed to take care of. So I'd like to say thanks to the public safety folks for taking the time out to do that, to make this a little bit easier and make sure that everybody got what they needed to get done. Now, after we had cut over, of course, it's like a punch out when you build a new house. You know, you got a little thing here and a little bit of thing there. So we've been taking care of those, but overall, our system is doing a good job. We've got a few other things to do. We got another generator to get in that's coming in that should have been here already, but like everything else, it's pushed back. It's supposed to have been here 2 weeks ago, so hasn't arrived yet. They say it's shipped. Some boat somewhere, I guess. I don't know. But so we have things like that, tweaking some of the stations for the fire halls and EMS, about the paging and then things like that is being done. Some of the antennas had to be changed once we got them in and got it up and working, realizing that we needed outdoor antennas and things like that. So we are on tacking. Like I said, I would say it's a awesome change. Glad to be there, and glad to move forward. Now we're going to start looking at all the other things technology-wise we can do now that we have that. But we got our basic package in and running.
So how was the workshop?
It was, well, Mark, you want to take that one?
It was a good show.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
a good show.
Things really perked up and looked good this year. There's better things to come, I think.
Numbers were up.
Right. But yeah, I think
Learned
that's,
how to
Probably won't have those till late October.
so yes, that was, we did our standard thing too. We're on a standby for that. But yeah, it was a pretty good crowd in town for that too. So that's always a good sign also. I guess I don't have anything else. I got a couple announcements. The 23rd of September, we're going to do a weather radio thing with Lowe's. We'll be at the Lowe's parking lot from 4 to 7. We'll have Elijah Kirby with us from Chevrolet Weather. Or I don't know if he's changed. Has he changed his name yet? I don't know. It's coming. It's coming. He's been telling me that the whole time. He's going to be out there with us. So we're going to do the weather radio event. Of course, the craft fair is coming up. One more thing. I don't know if anybody in here saw it. We were proud of this. Channel 4 contacted us with our dog team, our Tri-County dog team. You've heard me talk about that. And they wanted to do a story on it. It came out last week. They came down with a photojournalist and they had training. They did training. They talked about our kits and things like that. And I'd like to say thanks to John Carney because it came from him. And I can testify now that you've sent things for him to put in the county newsletter that people are watching. That's how they got the information. Channel 4 did. So got it off of his county bulletin that he does. So had a good story. So we were proud of that. That's all I got.
Any questions for EMA? Next, juvenile detention. Yep.
I don't have anything additional to add to my report unless you guys have any questions for me.
I got a question. Or can you talk to us about the miscellaneous counties? Are these odd one-offs? What's that money reflection? 4,495 and some of the category of miscellaneous counties.
Any other county that's not already named in that list, there's several other counties that we contract with, and they're not as stable as those other counties, so it's just all those
Okay, so
counties grouped together. Because we have, I think, something like 18, 19 contracts now with various counties.
But they're not necessarily consistent about when they send people. Is that
Correct.
Any further questions?
Thank you.
Juvenile detention, we have his report closed.
probation?
I mean,
Probation.
probation,
Yeah.
his report's in here. And we need a motion to approve reports as presented.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any old business? Any new business?
Yes, the American Mule Show
Yeah, coming up.
coming up, and it's Cooper Steel. This last year, we moved this whole event inside. It's weather protected now. Like I mentioned in the county commission, in that Thursday on the 25th, we're bringing 44 fourth graders in to learn the value of the mule and the programs that we had. And we've been doing this for 5 years. So once we go through that education, it'll be over 3,000 fourth graders we have brought in, and it's through the schools. This time, we're adding a small donkey show. They've got, and this is a interesting fact. Did you know that the guided mule training is originally from Shelbyville? Maybe I didn't know that, but it was interesting. But it's a good event,
The dates.
and it's September the 25th, 26th, 27th, and it's cook-off competition music. If you got a small child, you can enter the cowboy, the cutest cowgirl cowboy contest, and there's about different shows, mules, guided mules, show mules, races. So, good event, 5th year.
And they also allow you to walk around the grounds and see all the mules. It's not just a indoor
Yeah.
sit and seat
Yeah.
event. It's like a hands-on. And I don't know if the ice cream guy's coming.
Oh,
back.
yeah. Jelly Bean will be on the treadmill freezing
Yeah.
ice cream.
It's
That's the horse.
pretty interesting to see.
Yeah. And we've got a lady coming in. The last year she came, and she teaches the children how to pack a mule and shows them the balance that it needs to go down. And you can buy tickets for a mule giveaway. If you don't want the mule, if you're chosen, it can go out for auction. You split the difference. And the benefit that will go to the mountain mule packers. Now, those are the mules that go out in disaster. So this show it does competition, entertainment, education, but most of all, gives back to the communities. So come out, September.
You're a great promoter.
I was on the radio today, so
I
I'm
bet
good.
you were.
We have a motion got a question?
Mopping Fest, yeah.
What did you say?
Mopping Fest.
Oh,
Where at? Unionville, 539 Coopertown Road. 539 Coopertown Road.
So Moppin Fest is at 539 Coopertown Road in Unionville. It's on the 20th. That's Saturday.
It's a good event because you bring your board. If you're a clogger or the dancer, you can dance to the music. It's a good event. So, yeah, good job. Mopping Fest. You never heard of it?
no, I was thinking about you, Claude.
Just I'll see you tomorrow.
It'll be fun. Bring
I'll call her. and see if she's available.
Let's go in. Don't mind.
Hey, Josh, do you know anything about the Charlie Kirk thing at the park tonight?
They are having
Yeah. Yeah, see, I didn't even know that, I knew they were having something, but didn't have no times or anything on
I've never
that.
seen nothing official.
Yeah,
We didn't get any official notice.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew anything more than what I did or not. All right, motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Chairman.